Hey Leo, how you doing, boo? Firehouse May is going to be sensational for you. And first of all, right straight up, May 1, right now, today, full moon in Scorpio. It comes in your fourth house. That means you're focusing on home, family, foundation, adjustments to living situations, family matters may occur really up into the third or fourth of this full moon of May. Also, May 16th, new moon in Taurus. That falls in your 10th house. So mid-month, there is a significant career event that you may be launching new products, stepping into new leadership, gaining recognition. Who doesn't like recognition if you're a Leo? And this social sort of increase uh, of popularity continues all the way through the 20th with Mercury on the 17th and the Sun on the 20th. They enter Gemini. And so now all of a sudden your communication button is turned on hot. So which is going to shift the focus from career to networking, friends, community visibility. May 18th, Mars enters Taurus, the 10th house. And again, this really provides a sustained driven energy for career execution and ambition. You're not going to need the caffeine. So that's going to be great. And then what's really, really nice at the end of the month, joyous romantic peaks. So the best time, I think, for you, Leo, is going to be when the blue moon falls in, which is the second full moon in the month of May, beginning May 31st. It's in Sagittarius, which is also a fire sign, and you're just going to resonate like rock and roll on this. So let us first get a quick cut to see what is going on. Nine of Rods, depending upon what deck you're reading, Judgment, and Three of Pentacles. And so this is really, I think this is going to be a career shift for a lot of people. I've noticed so far in the readings, especially when I'm connecting them to the astrology. And a lot has to do with some of those planet placements that we're expecting here, especially mid-month May. Now, for career and finance, the first 3 weeks are definitely going to be emphasizing career with that Taurus energy, with pressure to perform and lead. Now, the new moon on the 16th, that's a good time for a promotion or a new job. So you can tap the first 2 weeks into really concentrating what is going on for yourself in terms of where you want to be and be able to pitch starting May 16th when the new moon begins. So see how I do. I'm going to start. Let's, Spirit, let me have 4 cards for Spirit. Thank you for all those that are cross-watching and catching Leo's reading today. These are going to be in the upright. They sort of jumped up upright and then flipped upside down. Okay, one more. All right. So we have a couple different themes going on this month. We have celebrations and happiness with the 10 of Cups and the 3 of Cups. Now, they're also within this, you may find someone sort of like, oh, did you know that red dress? Yeah, it's not like the hem is not completely lined, whatever, hemmed. There may be somebody in your group that just sort of a naysayer, Debbie Downers, they used to say, negative Nancy's. And all the Nancy's I've ever met were beautiful people. So sorry about that. And then it shows here too that there are going to be some tough communications, tough decisions that at this very moment, as of today, you may be having a problem with deciding. So let's first start with what does the decks want to. Okay, we have a water sign. What is this Ace of Swords, Spirit? We have Ace of Cups. And you're a Leo. So you're fire. I have a water sign coming up. Leo, and it's fire, water. It can exist. Lava does burn underneath water. What can you tell us, please, Spirit? Please share what we need to know and be advised for Leo for 2026. Thank you, Spirit. Couple cards. Okay. Oh. Okay, so where there may have been struggles, we have next to this water sign, male energy with a Queen of Swords upside down. Now, this could be parental units. This could be you being the parents. This could be your parents. But there's a Queen of Swords that seems to be bitter. That seems to be sort of getting in the way of things. Why is that? I wonder if there's a third party situation here. Is the Queen of Wands, excuse me, Spirit, is the Queen of Swords a third party in Leo's environment? Again, is the Queen of Swords third party? I'm just trying to get one card. Well, you got the Tower. I'm going to clarify that one more time. Is the Queen of Swords a third party in Leo's reading today? Thank you, Spirit. One card for confirmation. Yes. Okay. All right. So there you go. So now, fire. The Queen of Swords is an air sign. And if you are a fire sign, Leo, this could be a bestie, this could be a cousin, it could be a friend. But this one, when she's reversed, she's got another side. She's almost like the instigator. She's like, I know they don't like the Mets, so I'm gonna go over here and like, yeah, what about those Mets? So that she like sort of gets the crowd riled up. And this person may be doing a little bit about that. There's a struggle. I think they're jealous of you. What's the deal with her? Well, that's money for her. What about this money? What about this money? Okay, this person or yourself can see a bigger picture. And one of the things it does suggest too, especially with the high career demands you got going, your main risk is overcommitment. So with Venus in Cancer from May 18th to June 14th, which supports sort of like private emotional healing, encouraging rest, rejuvenation, away from the spotlight, you definitely are able to tap into your inner higher intuitive self as the high priestess to see the bigger picture where money is concerned regarding career work, career information. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's what I'm telling you regarding astrology along with the cards, astrology for Leo, as well as the cards that we're picking right now. So we really, really sort of want to launch those new projects and have those career talks between May 2nd, the 17th. You also want to make sure you prioritize downtime after May 18th, and that's after that new moon to manage the high energy levels. And of course, with you resting the second 2 weeks of May, you're then going to be so ready for the fun and romance and creative endeavors that start to really show up on May 3rd. So let's continue on. What could you tell me more about Leos? So here again is that decision. Tell us more about this decision that Leo has to make. What is this decision about? I took them all. Wow. The Sun, the Nine of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles, and secrets are coming out. So you may learn information about an earth sign. The Knight of Pentacles is a very steady, he's the one knight in the deck that instead of riding a gorgeous like Arabian horse, he's riding a Clydesdale, which is sort of like a working horse or a draft horse. But there's information that is going to be enlightened, whether they provide the information or you find out. We're going to learn look a little bit about that. But this is sort of where this information that you find, you're going to have a better defined direction as to where you were going originally. That's huge. So it's sort of like looking like you were trying to go, it's hard to make a decision about a King of Cups. But frankly, I think you're going to be learning some information through the grapevine. And especially with the air signs showing up here, it could even be through text, through email, versus something that's in hand. All right. This may be more D even. And again, reiterated by the High Priestess. Once this information is found out, wow. So there's a definite tradition, sort of classical way of doing things that you, I think, are going to sort of like, you rather stick with a straight and narrow versus going for the unconventional way of doing things. And you may be sort of doing the rules. Again, reiterating messages, now open communication, and where things can be even printed, said in person. But again, more messages from the air, literally with the 8 of Rods. But messages coming in, and you'll hear this information from more than 2 people. That's for sure. What is this information about? Well, it's certainly about releasing the tension that resides and exists in the situation. Is this about work? I'm going to say yes. Where maybe you're finally getting paid what you're worth is one of the opportunities to, I thought that was the 9. That's the World, right? That means a huge cycle will have been closing for you with the opportunity for you to literally reach a brand new level in your career. It's like going like from the, like, God, I've had 10 years of middle management, all of a sudden, you get to be a director in a scenario or something like that. I mean, it's like a real jump up. Please, Spirit, tell us more about the World. First, new beginnings. They may be slightly delayed initially, and that's only because you still things have got to be set into motion. Remember, this is just interpretation of deck cards, but the astrology, I have done my research. Okay? Take what resonates, leave the rest. Okay, Miss Leo, as well as you cross watchers. What else can you tell us? Okay, well, someone may not be coming to you. I almost sort of feel it over here. Someone may not be coming to you with their best interests at heart. They may have squandered their opportunities with you. Spirit, what else can you tell us, please, and this is where, you got the 4 of Cups. So you're definitely, it's almost as if you can do your career in your sleep. Whatever job tasks you have to do, it's not bringing that energy to you that you really loved when you first took this on. Tell us more career-wise for Leo for May. Thank you, Spirit. Let's see, take that first card. Wow, somebody walking away. Another you know what's interesting? For so many signs, and I think it's going to be for a lot of us, and I think that's because of Veil, 5th dimension, so many things, anything that's secret is coming out. So the ability to hold secrets through the month of May, regardless of whatever sign you have or use or refer to or be called by, anybody that frankly has been lying is going to be found out. Not as simple as that, okay? Because I think sort of the time of reckoning is going to happen. Tell us more about love for Leo with the 4 of Wands and the Ace of Cups, 3 of Pentacles. And you got this during the cut. 2 3s. Let me just take a look. There's a couple of 10s, a couple of 8s, a couple of 5s. 5s, 8s, and 10s. I'm feeling something about work or some business deal that you may actually learn of. Maybe a company needs to diversify. Maybe they're being bought out. Tell us more about, before I share more what I'm picking up. Spirit, what about where they work? What's going on with their work? Yeah, well, okay, very interesting. So the Hangman showed up reversed. So whatever has been sort of like making you bored, it's the same shit, different day. There's going to be a shakeup. That's not by you, okay? I definitely feel it's sort of outside. Are there changes within your company, Spirit? And that's where the bad business is. Okay, and this is the second time I also saw the 3. So now we have 3 3s. All right, that's total angel numbers there. And I'm going to put this over here. Sadly, whether there was a negotiating going on, someone was not acting with complete integrity. They were trying with the Seven of Swords upside down. They were definitely trying to sort of hide something, like, well, let me just put it right behind underneath over here. They won't read the small print. Always read the small print. Take your time. If you can't find someone who can understand it. So this company has been losing money, and it's been through either they brought in a recent partner that didn't pan out. What does that mean for Leo? What does this mean for Leo? Okay, so a couple of things. Some of this news is that there'll be about some money. Maybe you can, yes, you can stay here, but at a lower rate or a lower pay, doing the same old, or you get word on the street where this company is going, and you are going to make change and be the master of your own life. Now have you Queen of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. This is a really good sign. So whatever sort of news or whatever's going on with business or with your company that you work at, there's been changes. Some of these are beyond your levels, but they definitely affect you in some way. And you're going to be able to read this. And I think it's going to be able to redirect you to the path that you want to take. Yeah. So you're going to get good news of possibilities and opportunity with that Nine of Cups. You're going to be able to judge fairly. What will this do for your home life? Spirit, please tell us for Leo. Okay, it's going to move really quickly with the Chariot. Nine of Rods, definitely where there has been, it's almost as if they're making you do overtime without paying you for overtime. And for them, I definitely see where there's been a change of their own fortune. But for you, I definitely know that the information that you will receive and using your intuitiveness, you would be best to take the moment of time when you can to be updating that resume. Try not to use your current company's workshop or website because you never know the monitoring. But what you can do is start looking at industries that you might like to try out that your skills can be applied to. I'm going to ask, will you be changing careers? Will you will you be changing careers, Leo? Career for Leo in May. Thank you, Spirit. Please tell me. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. There's a good chance of a new boss, one who's very fair and understands the value, very good business person, as well as more generosity, more benefits, which believe me, for those of you that are learning, benefits are all part of your salary package. And a better benefit package might be something that is exactly right up your alley for what you need. So I think there is a new opportunity for you, and you will learn it. And here's interesting. Here's with the number 4. So you might find out about it within the first 2 weeks of May, and then you seriously, try to go for the interviews. But within the end of 4 weeks, or end of 4 weeks, in 28 days, you should be able to be receiving that lovely opportunity of advancement and a generous offer. Okay? Yeah. So you're going to have at first, which is totally normal. You got the 7 of Cups here. You're going to be able to fantasize and think out all the different ways that your skills can be applied to. Well, I could be doing this, or I could be doing that with those set of skills. So it's really about reviewing what your heart loves to do. And last couple for Leo. Yeah, I think you're going to be leaving this company so that you can find something that so better suits you. See, you're no longer happy there. Will you find something quick, Spirit? For Leo, will they find something quick? This may come up quicker than you expect, too. So definitely get your resume updated as soon as possible. find out what best platforms to post your, yeah, there's one or two people that just sort of, they actually, there's one personal co-worker of yours. You two just don't get along. And the funny thing, he also is so bored with his job, just in the way that you are. This doesn't resonate for everybody. Remember, take what resonates, leaves the rest. But he doesn't make working there, like if he was gone, it would at least be, half as tolerable than it is with him still there. And he's not helping. He's actually one of the reasons where there's been loss of money. And it's characters like this, and maybe even this person who may be younger than you but has seniority over you, that just loves to be, it's all about me. I'm the director. I know everything. I know they fucking know shit. You know those types. And so let's get back on track for Leo, please. What does Leo need to understand and look forward to? Okay, 9 of Pentacles. So there is definitely an opportunity, a couple of opportunities I'm picking up. And here's your, yeah, see, this is where you're worried. Now we have all 3 nines out, by the way. Did I see the 9 of Wands before? 9, you have the 6. So by changing positions or changing careers, you're going to get a position that you get to be seen much more in the front part of the restaurant, so to speak, than the back. Maybe you were just, a sous chef and no one could give 2 beans, but now you get to run the front as well as drive the specials, okay? Something like that, okay? And people are loving the specials, which was not a new concept at that restaurant. They're like, we don't need new, specials every day. And maybe you implement something like that, and boom, the clientele loves it. So think outside the box a little bit. And a couple, what's this one that came up before too? Yeah, this is you're investing and looking at what you can be investing into, okay, in terms of comparing your skills. And Spirit, 3 more for how the month will end. How will the month end for Leo? Thank you, Spirit. The Emperor. Passion. One more. And there's that Queen of Pentacles. By the way, if this is a male Leo, or hear me out. So this is a Leo reading. Capricorns are a wonderful story about where Leos, you are super smart, you are super organized. But the Capricorn, if you would connect with a Capricorn, they have to be sometimes a little bit smarter and a little bit faster, just a little bit on, a little bit better sometimes of things that you do. But yet, where Capricorn falls in your house is service. So that means they are some of the best people to have to work for you, Leo. Okay? Capricorns make amazing staff for people like yourself. Because 1, they adore loyalty. 2, they understand and go with respect. Number 3, they follow the rules. Number 4, and it's not about all Capricorns, but I'm just sharing that specifically with Capricorn and Leo. So Capricorn falls in Leo's wheelhouse. Okay? So with that said, I think, is there anything special we need to be worried about? Yeah, it says to be open to new opportunities. There may be something coming down at the end of the month. As we know, that's when your social circle, the blinds get pulled up and the curtains open, and you start to strut yourself out like you haven't before. So there may be new fortunate connections that are not in the picture right now, but most surely will be being signs and sensed by the end of May. So let's remember, due to the high career demands, the main risk is overcommitment. So the Venus is in Cancer from May 18th to June 14th, supporting private emotional healing, encouraging rest, rejuvenation away from the spotlight. And Leo, you need that. If you want to take action, you want to launch these new work projects or take career, have career talks between May 2nd, that's today, to the next 2 weeks, till May 17th. At that point, prioritize that downtime to maintain high energy levels when you need them. And then, of course, near the end of the month, you get to celebrate, plan for that fun, that romance, and those creative endeavors at the end of the month. So please enjoy. Absolutely. And remember, May 16th is the new moon in Taurus, which is your 10th house, significant career event for launch. That's your lucky night or day. So think about all that. And I hope you have a fabulous, fabulous month of May, Leo. Stay tuned because the next sign is coming up. Toodaloo. Bye. Let's go, Leo.